Hello there. Well, we got some Pheno Seal. Got this at the local hardware. This is what I've been using in here. Real good stuff. And here's what I'm going to do. I finished up. I had to put a little Pheno Seal in here because I had a pinhole. I could see light coming through on the inside. So we sealed that up. Now here's what I'm going to do. We're going to draw a bead of Pheno Seal right here all the way down. We're going to draw a bead of Pheno Seal all the way down here, even though we got it in here. Okay? There's a method to my madness, and this is what it is. We bought these here. There's 75 cents a piece for these things. And what we're going to do, we got to cut it, of course, is we're going to nail these right in here. One here, one right here. I'm not worried about this. This is going to be a regular seam. This will be like the old barns, you know, be nailed up into here with the bead of Pheno Seal, and they'll be just sealed right in. And over here, you come over on this side, same thing. This seam here, all the vertical seams. One here, one here, one here. Now on the corners, I've got furring strips. I believe they're 2.5 inches wide. So these narrow ones are only used in the middle here. And these seams here, well, they'll just be like they are. So this will put an additionally protect the plywood. And the whole thing, including these, will get painted redwood. There's not going to be any of this white accent and all that stuff. This whole thing is going to be painted redwood, including the corners. So we're going to get started on this right now. Alright, we're measuring the length of this here. Doesn't have to be precise. 87 inches. We'll make it 87.5. That'll allow for the little angle that I got to cut there. 87.5. What we're going to do, take this over on the work table. 87.5. We'll cut it by hand. We don't need no electric saws for this job. Come on over here with the old goat. I'll show you how to cut wood here. $87.5. First of all, right, that's the end we want to cut off. 87.5 here. $87.5. All right, there's 87 and 1/2 inch. It hangs it down too low on the bottom, I can cut it off. So we're gonna cut it right here. So what we'll do is we'll make this a slight angle, because it's a 10% angle. I use a miter box, but why bother for this little bit here? It's only a light trim. All right, we'll meet you on the other side. All right, ladies and geraniums, this is how we do it. We got a slight angle on that, and before we do anything, there's two things we're going to do with this. We're going to put the bead of Pheno Seal on it. That keeps this sealed even better, so there's any chance of any water does get in there, it's not going to screw up the plywood. That's number one. Number two, we're going to pre-drill in here so we don't split this, because we're going to put number 6 in here. 6 nails. That'll go through the 3/4 inch stock, the 1/2 inch stock, and into the 2x4. So we're going to pre-drill this now. We don't need to show you on the camera. You don't need to see that when we do the Pheno Seal bead. But we'll come back on this video when I'm ready to nail this up. How does that sound, huh? Sun in my eyes and everything. It don't matter if that Seal shows a little, because the whole thing's going to get painted and the Seal shows here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're trying to get this centered. Alright, we've got a bunch of nails in here, but let's see. And this whole thing, like I say, gets painted redwood. I'm not going to have white trim like this here. That'll stay that way, but if you look down here, these are redwood too. But these are furring strips and they're wider. I figured these narrower ones would look better here. So we'll go up there and nail them in. Probably could have used number 8s in here. These are 6s. Nothing fancy, it just keeps things a little evened up. Okay. Alright, we're putting the second one up. We don't need to tape every single piece I put up, but I just wanted to show you. I've got the damn sun right in my eyes here, and it's very hot. I got bad eyesight as it is. I can't see the seam here. Can't see the nail head. Damn sun is in my eyes. I love the sun, but I hate it when it's in my eyes. I'm trying to work. Now, take and move this over to here, and make sure we're on the seam. Put a nail here to keep it straight, and we'll finish nailing, but we'll do that off camera. Alright, I'm reusing this piece. This was the top. This was the piece that was laid across the top to hold the trusses straight. We don't waste anything. So we got this cut down. Now we got the next piece that's going to go over like that. And we're using, of course, the furring strips, which is what I use in all my projects for outdoor use, like sheds and stuff. But before we can do this one, we got to cut the length for the other one, which is a little shorter because of the end of the plywood down here. And then we got to put the Seal in here, and then we nail it up. So we got to go and prepare another board for this. Alright, we're dropping a bead of sealer into the edge area of the plywood. Gotta go easy, quite out loud. I'm gonna be running out of the stuff here before I'm done with all this area. The problem is the sun's in my eyes and I can't see if I'm putting on too heavy of a coat, and that's exactly what I'm doing, is putting on too heavy of a coat here. So we'll try to spread it out. The edge of the plywood, this will all get covered up, but I can't see a damn thing with the sun in my eyes. When you have bad eyesight, you need lots of light, but you don't want it in your eyes. down here where it's needed. It's just the edge of the wood. We'll nail the first piece on. And we'll nail that up. Okay. Now, before I nail any more, gotta straighten out down the bottom. Straighten it out down at the bottom. Straighten it out. Just make sure. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, we'll finish nailing this off camera. If you come over here, I don't need to put any Pheno seal in here. The reason being that the edge of the plywood is what I wanted to cover. I could put it in here, right in this seam here, but I don't think it's really necessary. Then I won't have enough to do these, because I want to get a bead here, a bead here, a bead here, and down there. I hope I got enough. If not, I gotta use the DAP, which is not as good. The DAP, it's not as good as this, but I've used it before. Alright, we'll come back on the video when I start doing this one. Alright, there's a little bow here. It's straight here, not here, but we're gonna do the best we can here. Try to pull this over. I don't know if I can. This is even on the bottom. Yeah. All right. Pull that over. Ah. There. Okay. Now we're going to put a few more nails in that. I've got nails in my pocket here. We got one up there. Put one down here. Use 8s in there. Could still do that afterwards. And the 4s got mixed up in here. The nails look awful small to me. Alright, well, take a look here. We're not bad. I mean, this is a shed, you know, as I said. This is a shed, as I said. Come over here, and this is basically how it's going to be. And it'll be painted redwood, including this. And if you come over here, off camera, I'm going to put one here, one here, one here, and then the furring strips like I did in that corner over here, and 2 little ones over here. There'll be 2 small ones over here, one here and one here. They'll kind of give the barn appearance, which is what I want. Okay. Alright. We got it all in here, 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 and here. The only thing I got to put in is I got to put 2 short pieces of those thin ones there, the 1 inch wide or whatever they are. And one here and one here. And we sealed up the plywood edges again with Pheno seal, and I'll leave these bare like this. And what's going to happen is, when I get around to painting this redwood, this whole thing will be painted redwood, including the rafters. I'm not going to accent anything with white or anything. The only thing white that's on here is going to be the drip edge. So I'm going to finish up this. We don't really need to make a video about that. And what's going to be here is trim. There's a pine that I got, 51 cents a piece, 48 inches long. And when I make the door, when that time comes, there'll be a trim here, and this will all be redwood. So what I got to do is I got to cut the piece for here to come down the butt to this. So I'll do that off camera. This trim for the doorway will be made at a later date when I make the door, and that'll be a different video. Until then, whatever it is you do, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. Because you may like it today, and you may just want to do it again tomorrow. Good day, everyone.